Well, welcome back out to the property. Today's kind of a big day. We're actually getting some land clearing done. So we've been here a month and a half or so, and if you've been following along, we had a list to get done. At this point, I gotta hang one more gate, and then we've got everything done on our list for the fall. The extra thing we were hoping we might get to, which turns out we're going to, is getting some brush cleared back here. I was gonna run a skid steer or a mini excavator or something like that, and just kind of work on it myself because I want to learn how to operate some of the equipment. But for what this is, where they'd logged the property and piled stuff in there, and a little bit of a high spot, I'm just having someone come with the dozer, which the dozer is down the hill here. So the guy dropped it off last night. He'll be here in a few. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of, hopefully I can get a good shot, do a little bit of a time lapse here so you can see what we're moving there, and then we'll go back through how things are going to set up. But hopefully the next day or two here, we have a spot at least a camper could pull into if we wanted to. And then we can also start getting lined up for septic and our concrete pad. All right, so our bulldozer guy is done with day one. Gonna come back tomorrow. We paid for 2 days worth of work, basically. He thought he was gonna get it all done, but now he's pretty sure he's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over here. I'll kind of show you the problem he ran into. Having said that, this is what happened. I mean, he felt bad that he didn't notice it early on, but I didn't feel too bad. I told him it's no big deal. We kind of expected hiccups, and really his price was really affordable for the area. And one of the only guys I've called, and he called right back, got me a quote, showed up when he was supposed to. So anymore, that's a win. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and walk through here, show you where we're at now, and then tomorrow we'll see how much more we can get done, and we'll go from there. All right, so the problem the guy ran into, you can see behind me how tall this is. So instead of doing it in an efficient manner or to make sense down the road, whoever clear cut this for the timber decided to just do it the cheapest way possible. They basically cut the topsoil off the hillsides, pushed all the trees down, got whatever timber they could, but that pushed all the topsoil into one pile. So he's cut down quite a bit, but instead of just pushing all the timber out and taking a little bit of dirt off, he's pushing tons of dirt, and inside of that is all these massive stumps. So taking a little more work than he thought. So he's gonna do 2 days worth of work, see where it's at, and then we'll have to have him come back later because we're tapped out on money. But I mean, you can just see, we'll pan around here. I mean, it's just a mess through here. But getting cleared out, it is starting to look awesome. It'll look cool when it's done, but just what it takes. But yeah, we'll pan around here and then show you where it's at now, and then come back tomorrow and show you once he finishes up.
It is.
You can see these massive rocks they've had to dig out. Shanna's giving you a size reference. So these things are massive that are buried in here.
It sounds like there's more of them.
Yep. So you can see what this guy's been fighting as he's been doing it. It's like, here's a tree stump that grew through the rock. So then going to flip the stump, you have to pull the whole rock out as well. So he's having to fight a lot of that. But it is looking good.
He saved my Christmas tree.
Yep. Yeah, so that'll get decorated next year. But the lot's looking good. The truck looks good. Shanna looks good. All is good in the world. Yeah, right now we're super stoked. So the guy quoted originally 17 hours of labor. He doesn't think he's going to get everything done he wanted in that period of time. He's done 13 hours worth of work. So he'll be back tomorrow for 4 more hours. And then we'll assess where we're at. But because of all these stumps, whoever did this when they did the logging pushed so much into there and just buried massive stumps and rock and everything, so he's having to dig all that back out. Which we've talked to neighbors and found out when they logged it, they also didn't do it right to where it caused tons of runoff down into the drainage ditch by the road. So it was getting to where they would have ended up washing out the asphalt on the road. So road department had to come out, clean all that up before it became a problem. And apparently it was some younger person that was doing it and kind of learning, and I guess someone got injured while they were logging it, but I don't know, I haven't heard the whole story. But now the guy we got working on it's got to make up for their mistakes. But yeah, we're excited about it, so just want to show you progress where we're at right now. We'll come back tomorrow, he'll get his last 4 hours done. We'll show you where the status is there before we have to leave for the winter. But yeah, he's going to give us a quote to what it would be to finish up at this point now that he knows exactly what he's working with. And then January, February-ish, he'll come out, put stone in the drive up, get this wrapped up the rest of the way it needs to be, ready for concrete.
And ready for us to get in here.
Yeah, so then March, we bring the fifth wheel back up March 1st. And hopefully if weather permits, we'll be able to drive it right up in here, park it over here, probably up in the front somewhere temporarily, and then get our concrete guys out to put the pad in. So
it all depends on weather.
There's a lot of weather stuff in there and how backed up those guys are that do the stuff. But yeah, the hope is by April 1st to at least have the concrete pad in and septic going in. So we'll see if that maps out. But we're gonna wrap it up today. We just came out to clean things up a little bit, wrap up loose ends, walk around, and then tomorrow we'll see how far we get with stuff. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. So Bulldozer guy's got all the stuff done he needs for now, at least for what we paid him for. We are gonna have to have him come back. Looks great to us. He was hoping to get a little further, but the stumps kept hanging him up. But he's gonna be back in a little bit, and he's gonna load up the dozer. When he does that, there's some dirt piles back here behind me. He wanted to know where I wanted him pushed, kind of showed him what I wanted long term, so he's gonna spread that dirt kind of to some of the paths that I'm wanting to be having room for the truck to get out and stuff. So he's gonna move that around a little bit as he loads the dozer, but then he's gonna have to come back. There's a couple stumps up here still buried he's gonna have to get pushed out, and then he's gonna bring his transit and level off the camper spot. But we'll probably do that January, February time frame. Told him we're kind of tapped out right now for as much as we've been dumping into it. And then we'll get past Christmas, and then we'll get him out here January, February, get that leveled, so we can be back up here in March. And when he does it, he's gonna go ahead and bring stone up and put up the drive. That way I can hopefully get enough traction to pull the fifth wheel up that. But y'all go ahead and pan around here, show you where it's at now, and then Shannon and I are gonna mark out where the camper pad is gonna hopefully go. So you can see this is what came all the way forward and went all the way in front of that tree and wrapped around it and over here. So dug all that out, got the topsoil off of it, so we're down to solid dirt to be able to put concrete on. And then we'll walk over here, but pushed everything up the hill over here. So along here you can see this ridge of dirt. That's the loose stuff that he's going to go ahead and spread out, kind of fill in that low spot and then spread it out to the front where we've been driving across. That way we have kind of a little bit more of a level yard. Then you can see this is all the stuff that was in there. So now that it's up on that hillside, I'm gonna let the topsoil settle out of it for a couple months. Then either try to burn that if weather permits, or we'll just start cutting it up. And this is what he was cutting through. Can you lift that off there now? Trying to square it. And then go to that, put it over to that one.
This one right here?
Yes. Let it drop. Go back to that one, please. It'd be easier if I had string so I could get the triangle right. So we've got the straight line here. That's 6 foot, so if you go 8 foot. So if we had an 8 foot string and a 6 foot on there, then you get a 10 and you move it around until they're all three tight, and that's a square corner. And then you can go off of that. That's square, at least here. That's in line with that one. So if we go 16, So behind us here, we got the 4 corners. It's pretty close to square. So that's a 16 wide by 40. I left a 4-foot gap on this side for my utilities to be trenched in. So I'm gonna go grab the truck and we're gonna pull it in here and see what it looks like.
We are.
Yes. You don't want to?
No, you can. You drove in it.
So, this is actually the smoothest part of the yard. It's bumpy as I'll get out till you get up here. Granted, he's still got to level it, but I'm gonna get my tape out again and measure where the camper would sit. I'm further forward than the orange post, but I'm gonna have to pull further forward to get the 5th wheel centered and then unhook and then drive out the front here. So I think this is where our unhook spot would be. I don't know if you can tell in here, the orange is the corners, the yellow, and then there's another yellow one down here would be the length of the camper. So we would disconnect there, and then pull forward down through that and out. Yeah, main drive comes in over that way. So we'd swing way out, line up, pull in like I just did, park here, pull out, and then we could make a parking area over here if we wanted to. Put a fire pit in, it'd look cool. Yay.
Yay.
All right, so we'll probably wrap this video up about here. I'm gonna come back tomorrow once he's pushed this dirt around and I'll get some footage, get up on the hill, kind of see the bigger layout of the place. But yeah, we're thrilled right now. We're happy with the location of where the camper would be. Like Shanna said, we might want to extend a few more feet of concrete at the front of the 40-foot pad. That way the truck is fully on concrete as we're unhooking. But other than that, yeah, we'll have him come back tomorrow, push a little bit of this dirt around, and then get some more footage of it. But we're happy, leaving 2 days though. So appreciate you watching. Might put another video together. Have some hodgepodge stuff of just little odds and ends things we've been doing. I'll decide if I put a video with that. But other than that, next stop will be State Parks in Georgia, and we'll update you guys from there. Thanks for watching.